going on here?
What's wrong, Detective?
This wild lady just come in here a while ago, so she couldn't have talked to you after hearing about what Mr. Wright had to say. What's all this about, pal?
Lot of Hart.
Why are you going around finding more witnesses? You want to give Mr. Edgeworth a death sentence, pal?
No, not at all. I mean, she did see something. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't go around covering up evidence.
You trying to say something about the way I do my job?
No, sir. So, what did Miss Hart say?
Said she saw Mr. Edgeworth fire the pistol.
What?
Even had a photograph to prove it.
Right, I saw it too. But you really can't tell from the photo who it is that's shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo.
Oh, why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. Said it'll drop in quality, it might, but it should let us see who's who.
She can do that. Okay, so there's going to be an enlarged photograph that shows Edgeworth in the act. Great. Just great.
In any case, she's going to be the one testifying tomorrow.
Huh? What happened to the other witness?
Well, apparently there was a cancellation.
Cancellation?
Oh, I'm afraid tomorrow's going to be life or death for poor old Mr. Edgeworth. Got a witness who says that she saw the very moment of the murder. And we got a photo taken when the shot rang out.
I'd say that sounds like a pretty unwinnable case. But wait, what did Mia used to say? If he's innocent, there's going to be something I've overlooked.
Sounds like Mr. Edgeworth is going to ask the state to assign a public defender. I'll just ask to file the paperwork. But you still got time, pal. Go talk to him again for me, please. You've got to convince him. You have to make him let you defend him, please. I know you're the only one who can do it, pal. You're the only one who can save Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm supposed to be in this, aren't I?
Look what I got. There we go. Ah, you did it, pal. I'm glad I waited to the last minute to file those papers. I'll rip them up and start new ones for you.
Thanks, Detective. See you in court tomorrow, then.
Good luck, pal. Hey, you guys feel that earthquake a little while back? I was worried.
Worried? We're fine. I've lived out here my whole life. Pretty used to them by now.
Oh, I wasn't worried about you two. I was worried about Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, right. He did seem to overreact a little now that you mention it.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It was a pretty big quake. I'm going to go check on him. You two go eat and get your rest for tomorrow's trial. Later.
I wonder what it is with Mr. Edgeworth and earthquakes. I wonder. He was never that scared of them when he was in school. Then again, I only really got to know him in 4th grade. He transferred to another school after that. I wonder what happened to Edgeworth. Karma?
That's right, Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He is a god of prosecution, Wright. A god.
Not a single case?
He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. anything.
Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth.
You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared.
It's quite a claim from someone who forges evidence.
He told me what it really means to prosecute.
What?
Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10.
So he was your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth?
Something like that.
Now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep! Wait, maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out.
Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years! He is as ruthless as me, times 20.
That's pretty ruthless.
Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors.
I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia, Maya? We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh. I can't. Sorry. I've tried. I've really tried, but I can't reach.
You couldn't reach?
I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so.
What are you whispering about?
Oh, nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
The defence is ready, Your Honour.
Mr. Von Karma, is the prosecution ready? You seriously think I would stand here where I'm not completely prepared? Right, my apologies.
He's even got the judge scared.
Very well, your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course, that should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness.
What's with this guy? Is he like royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this?
I call the detective in charge of this case Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Okay, Gumshoe first. Let's see how this goes.
Describe the incident. Now. Yes, sir.
Detective Gumshoe looks nervous.
Please take a look at the map.
The murder happened late Christmas Eve around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. 2 men on the boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10, she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. They went toward the boat rental shop.
Testify to the court about the arrest. Now. Wait, Mr. Von Karma. Yes. I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Rob, there's only one thing you need to do here. You will slam your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course, you're quite right.
No, he's not! man called to the station around 30 minutes after midnight. Headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. Here we go again. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning a body was found in the lake, so we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now. You received a call from a man. Yup. But you said there was a woman camping there? She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? That woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people? There were 2 witnesses. Oh. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping? What a heart. What happened next, detective? We ate to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. It's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. That's where we found Miss Edgeworth. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Card. Great read. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue, now. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here is the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well, the court accepts the bullet into evidence. Found in the victim's body, fired from a .22 caliber pistol. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? A pistol.
Detective Gumshoe, that is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony.
Right, sorry, Your Honour. The murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence. What about the pistol made decisive evidence? Oh, he has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. That's common. There were fingerprints found on the pistol in the boat. There were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What?
Order! Order! So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon?
Yes, Your Honour. Judge, this is the weapon in question.
Accident into evidence.
.22 caliber, fired 3 times, bears print from Edgeworth's right hand. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir? Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yeah, the ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol. Hey Nick, what does he mean ballistic markings? Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, he's glaring at me. Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it.
Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate.
Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. The pistol, which as you may recall, is covered with the defendant's own fingerprints.
Order! Order!
Oh, this is bad. The markings make it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge,
I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However...
You wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I'll call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge?
Yes?
What are you doing? A 10-minute recess. Now.
But wait,
Just bang your flimsy gavel and get it over with, man.
This court will take a 10-minute recess.
Who's running this court, anyway? Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints are on the murder weapon? And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man in the... The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo.
True.
Was that you in the boat?
Yes, it was me.
What?
But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him.
Then who did?
I don't know.
You don't know? You were right there.
I heard a gunshot from very close by. then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time he had shot himself.
You mean it was a suicide?
It's the only explanation I can come up with.
Oh, how am I going to convince anyone of that? Maya? Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry, it's no good. Oh, I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? No, I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out, even if you don't actually help. It's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick. You don't need to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. So I'm a spirit medium who can't contact spirits. Maya, everyone has their off days. I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck's going to run out. Really?
Right. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart.
Sorry.
Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness.
Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? Lotta Hart, you are a research student at the university.
That I am.
Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand?
Y'all need to learn some manners.
Understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Very well. Your testimony, please.
It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. There was another bang. There was near anything on the lake but that boat.
Enough.
Huh?
Judge. She happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accept it as evidence.
Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order! I will remove people from this court if I do not have order immediately.
As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake, so the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth.
Order! Order! I will have order!
Well, Judge.
The evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well, the court finds the defendant.
Wait, Your Honor, I haven't cross-examined the witness yet.
A cross-examination. We have photographic proof. What question could there possibly be? A photo is worth 1,000 words, and every one of them read guilty. You lose. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You'll only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything, and then I will have you held in contempt of court.
Nick? Contempt?
Contempt of court, you know.
I guess I understand. What are you going to do? Do you think there's a contradiction with the facts in the testimony?
Of course there was.
I think I noticed one little thing. I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on. Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will still cross-examine the witness.
Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time.
Just after midnight, you say? In other words, no longer Christmas Eve but Christmas Day. Huh? Yeah, well, yeah.
I know you want to find contradictions, but really... Ugh. I hope the next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony.
Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research.
What research? This all sounds suspicious.
Miss Hart, can you be more specific about your research?
What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. You wait now, I'm the one who says that. Well then say it already. Objection sustained.
Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. So you weren't looking at the lake at the time? Nope. I looked after I heard the noise.
She has said this already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat.
Chart, that's not a thing people say.
Not leisurely chat with the witness.
Ugh. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Could you clearly see the two men? Well, just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? Now wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Yeah, well, of course.
The witness has testified she saw them, and there is also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions.
He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Oh yeah, sure.
You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble.
Von Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? Are you sure about that? Yep, sure as a country cow can be. That sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake. It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you...
Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I... Sustained! Yes, of course.
Oh, great.
Enough! I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you're unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting.
But, Your Honor...
You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I am afraid I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood?
Nick, Well, his testimony's fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean. But if I can't say anything, what can I do?
I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision.
Then pass your judgment.
Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who said that?
It was me.
Maya? Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities?
No, I do not. Lord Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lauder, did you clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol?
You will stand down! The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst.
Answer me, Lauder. What's the big idea treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth.
Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave.
No. No! Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Wrong.
What?
Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine again.
Order! Order! Order!
You are in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection.
I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot.
What?
Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense has a right to cross-examine her again.
But he is in contempt of court.
No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me.
Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya.
I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses.
I'm running out of time. I better find a contradiction in here or else.
Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. Well, what about the other man?
You cannot expect to be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claim there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. Well, find it, if you can.
Oh, fuck off! All I did was press the statement! Oh.
Mr. Wright, I have to assign you a penalty.
Damn. That's it. Oh, I don't know if I can find anything in that. But I can't squander Maya's efforts either. Right. Attorney badge. Says to take a picture when a loud noise is detected. Time of death. Lake photo. Right. If the camera can't show them clearly, surely she can't have seen it, right? That's got to be what they're getting at, right? There we go. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart, finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So, this picture was taken with professional high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men in this boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth? How? What?
Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony.
And yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How can you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself.
Miss Hart,
What?
could you see the defendant that night?
Of course. I said I could, and I meant I could.
And please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting.
I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. Breathe, Wolfie. You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out in the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem.
You use binoculars? Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
This one better be good. So how could you see Edgeworth? You just hold your horses a second. You hasty Yankee types never find a girl where I'm from.
Defense attorneys have trouble with that.
It is! Once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car.
Your camera.
Yeah, it's got an automatic.
The issue we are concerned with here is Hart is seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with that at all. Objection sustained.
No, he's not letting her answer any of my questions. Still, I brought my binoculars with me.
Binoculars.
Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope and not binoculars for that? I got doubts about your camera too. Was it really meant to take pictures of meteor showers?
The camera is irrelevant to the case.
You can't say that for certain.
Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to the case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera?
Make or break time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honour. It is perhaps the key to the entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Okay, maybe I went to the load board there.
Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear you. The camera's set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on the lake, not very suited for stargazing. Yeah, well, see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect.
Now you wait a minute.
Continue your testimony. You were saying how you saw Edgeworth. No unnecessary comments, please.
When I heard the noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. Now, shit! Jump the gun there. If there was heavy fog, how would binoculars change that at all? What do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him? I did, yeah.
Enough. There is no room for doubting her testimony.
She sounded pretty doubtful to me, but I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many von Karmic objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. Faces the lake. There we go. Dumbass. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
The witness was not at the lake to take photograph. The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honour.
Well, what exactly was she photographing?
Your Honour, take a look at this. Now it's the newspaper. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph.
It's a newspaper article. Gordy? Oh, the sighting at Gord Lake.
Well, Miss Hart, I never heard of no lake, Master. You got proof or something? Let me see proof I was on a lake trying to photograph this Gordy. Do I have proof? I have it. Proof.
Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please.
Oh, shit. Fuck. How can they so casually toss aside this evidence? Oh, whoops, wrong evidence.
Lucky for you, I'm in a patient mood, Mr. Wright. One more time, please.
Is it the camera again? The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. God, I'm fucking dumb. Your camera is set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Plus, this photograph here was taken when a gun was fired at the lake. And here, this article about Gordy, according to the article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you set up your camera to respond to loud noises.
Order! Order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange.
Yeah, sure you did. Well, Miss Hart, you were coming there to take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it?
Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than the witness being an idiot who thinks monsters exist.
Hey!
But, as he so sufficiently said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right, fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of the monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out of the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands and heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time. Crossed my heart, hoped to fry.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on the case. There's no need to waste any more of our time with another pointless cross-examination.
I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Kahn was up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... why? Was there a contradiction?
Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind.
That would be a first.
Ha, very funny.
You understand this is your last chance to cross-examine, Mr. Wright. If there are no problems with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor. Then what manner of person are you? I'm not sure I'm high-fold enough to be a manner of anything. An investigative photographer. Yup. Get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. I was taking pictures of my sister's graduation last year, and guess what? What? There was a UFO just hanging there in the sky. A UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object, a UFO. That's when I had a sort of revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah, they even had him on TV. I'm not sure that appearing on the local news' Rumour of the Month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper, for real.
Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving on, shall we?
Yes, Your Honor. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera? Yep, bought it from a university professor. Analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep. So how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera's triggered all that. That's all I was hiding. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if working out what I was up to, the lake would be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shitterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Ah. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually...
Mr. Wright, I'm not having you asking questions with no relevance to the case.
Whatever you say, Von Karma, I know you told her to keep quiet. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out the lake. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, but I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper of a sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at? Yep. I don't know, if she heard a bang and thought it was Gordy out there, I can't have she waste time looking at a boat. What? What'd I do now? Why are you giving me that look? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence.
Witness, continue.
Hold your hush puppies, Pops, I'm getting there. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at that time? Huh? So you're thinking he was shot from some other place? I don't think so, no. The lake was smooth as glass and nobody was on the shore neither. I better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. Oh, I don't know. Listen to this one more time. Much else to look at. If she heard a bang and thought Gordon was out there, I can't help she'd waste time looking at a boat. Fired 3 times. But she never heard. She only heard it twice. Fuck. Oh, thank God. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? You don't want to step over here and say that? You were camping in the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought.
Order! Continue, Mr. Wright.
You testify while you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch the boat. You need them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Well, now y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all.
Miss Hart, are you saying you were not watching the boat then?
Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I just thought I could be a witness to a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching the boat till now.
This is totally uncalled for.
But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof.
We can't see who's shooting who in this.
Right. That's why I took this photo and...
Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole.
Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second.
She even had the photograph to prove it. You really can't tell from the photo who's shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said, it'll drop in quality a mite, but we'll see who's who.